Hi there. So, what kind of environment are you creating for your customers, your clients, and indeed for yourself? Well, come on into my office and have a look at how I'm going about creating the kind of environment that certainly stimulates me and I know is now sort of really inspiring my clients. So, the first thing to show you, and I'll try and keep this as stable as I can, is to show you just the kind of environment that's on the outside. So every day that we come into coaching, we have a pretty peaceful, calming environment in which to bring people. So we're away from the hubbub of the city, we're away from the hubbub of the business, and that's a good thing because that allows people the opportunity to clear the head and think about other things. The other thing that you'll notice around the room as I just do a quick scan is you'll see that there's quite a lot of things on the wall. So again, I'm a very visual person, and what I've learned as well is that my clients are also really appreciating having kind of quick reference points during some of our sessions for to maybe kind of draw out a point or draw out some questions. So again, that's useful to help my coaching, and I get better experience for my clients. But one of the things that you will notice as well, there's quite a lot, well, in fact, they're all handwritten. And people ask me, why have you handwritten stuff like that? Well, for me, it's really quite straightforward. It's all about simplicity, because the more simple I can make something, then the easier it is for people to understand. Now, if people can understand something, the higher the chance of them implementing it. And I know that when people implement stuff, which is the right stuff, it tends to get results. And that's really all that I'm looking for with my clients, is getting them the kind of results that they're after. So that's why it's so simple and so visual. The next thing I would say is just around here, hopefully you can see congruency is the word I'd like to demonstrate here. So what I've put on my wall is I've got the Action Coach vision, mission and culture. And down here I've got my own personal version of Alan Smith's vision, mission and culture as well. You've also got here the 12 to 18 month plan for my business, which I only just recently redid. Why is that important to show you? It's important to show you for two reasons. One is I always see it as my responsibility to make sure that I'm congruent with whatever it is I teach or encourage my clients to do. So I feel a real obligation to my clients to be a role model, to do the things for my own business that I'm asking them to do for themselves, for their business too. So that's kind of congruency. The second thing is, you can see up here, vision, mission and culture. A lot of businesses either don't have that at all for their business, in which case it's a real important thing to get right for a whole host of reasons. That's subject of another video. But they're not just words, the right words, sensible words on the wall just to look good. I know that I'm doing my bit every single day to live and breathe what that stands for. I was attracted into Action Coach, not for all of the tools and processes that are in our toolkit, which are great, by the way, but it was much more to do with the emotional connection I felt to what we're trying to achieve kind of long term with the vision, but also how we operate as a business in terms of our culture. Massive draw for me. I'm doing my bit. I know my colleagues around the UK and around the world are doing their bit to make this whole thing come alive. So that's the second piece. And then maybe I'll just spin round here, just below this monitor. This is our coaching table. Below the monitor, what you can see here is the fee structure for coaching, and also the guarantees that come along with the different programs. Now, why have I got this here? Well, I put it there because anyone who comes into this space who isn't yet a client, I like to let them know what it would take to kind of become involved in Action coaching. Because it's not just about one-to-one coaching programs at the higher end of my product ladder. Now, whilst arguably it's the quickest and fastest way to get results. It isn't necessarily always the best option right now for certain people. That's why kind of further down the product ladder, some of the programs are more educationally based to help people understand, well, what's the right things to do to actually build a business. Now people then graduate from there to one-to-one coaching. So again, the transparency is there. I want people to see how they might want to get involved in a coaching program. So there you go. We've got a number of reasons as to why I lay my own environment out in this kind of way. Fundamentally, I just want people to get great results in their business, because our view is that business is there to give you more life. So the business really should be the vehicle for us all to have the kind of lives that we want. So there we go. That's a kind of a quick trip into the physical environment that I've created here for myself and my clients. I touched at the start on saying that there's obviously kind of the physical and the emotional environment, more on the emotional a bit later. But if I could just leave with the kind of the question, which is, what kind of environment is it that you're creating for yourself and for your customers physically? Also, I think it was Jim Rohn that said, and this touches more on the emotional side of the environment question, is he said that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with most. So who is it that is cheering you on, that's challenging you, stretching you, helping you achieve your goals? If you want, please come on up to this environment, have a look around, hopefully be inspired as well. And I want to make sure that as many businesses here in Edinburgh are getting the kind of support that they need in order to have a great business and have a great life. So, get in touch, and you'd be very welcome up here in this fine environment. So until we meet, all the best.